It was just 10 months ago when LaSalle defeated St. Joe's Prep once again for the PCL championship, leaving questions about the future of the Hawks. How the Prep replaced 5 college-committed seniors and several key contributors lost to graduation. But as the new season begins, the pieces have come together at the right time, and the Hawks look like a reloaded team with a chance to get back to the PCL championship. Their journey begins today in Fort Washington as they take on Upper Dublin, and it starts right now. Hawks Lacrosse starting off today here on WSJP at Upper Dublin. It's a bit cold out here, but Hawks Lacrosse is back, and we couldn't be more excited. I'm Ryan Sullivan, joined by Dom Campanaro. Dom, how we doing?
Ryan, what a beautiful day it is. Sun shining, 70 degrees. No, I'm just kidding. No, but, we had our high days in March, but, this is a sign of, new things to come. This is spring. It's a great month for a lot of reasons. You just want to have a warmer air in. Obviously, it's going to be cold on both sides. But from our end, it's great to see St. Joe's Prep picking off against Upper Dublin, a team that has great experience. This game is going to be 50-50 for most of the start of it. We'll see the outcomes as well, but St. Joe's Prep coming off of a tough loss in the PCL championship. They're looking to turn that all around, Ryan, and it starts here in Ambler, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Dom, and you hit it right on the nose. Game about to get going here, just at pretty much 10:30, which is, or not 10:30, 5:30, which is when we are supposed to get into it. And Dom, talking about those losing key contributing seniors, obviously the Hawks with a bit of a question in the face-off department, but they've answered that one. Number 3, you'll see him in a moment, Mason Proctor has come on to the Prep, and he will lead the Prep in the face-offs.
Yeah, Mason Proctor, you want to talk about size, speed, athleticism? That's why he's here. That's exactly why he's here for a program, and that's why Chris Prince wants a guy like him to start something new. It's a new face, and really it's a sign of change and whatnot, but as you get ready for his first face-off as a Hawk, we'll see how the game goes.
Alrighty, here we go. Face-off is going to be won by Mason Proctor, and look at the speed on him. Great start to his St. Joe's Prep career. Spins around, and he finds Dom Flynn on a bit of a high pass. Flynn, college committed, junior going to Quinnipiac in just a few years. See Mason Warwick contributed a lot of times, a freshman last season, and now in his sophomore year he will look to continue to add more to the Hawks team. And Nick Labor changed his number from 22 to 28, so you'll see him in that new number this season. But Dom Flynn gets it over to Chris Bryant, who's also changed his number to number 4. The Hawks just slowly moving the ball around to start things off. Luke Quigley gets it to Labor, over to Dom Flynn, who takes a shot, and it just goes over the net.
Slow and steady wins the race. I'll say that. You're going bit by bit, trying to make every move possible to strike early. And St. Joe's, they want it. They want it really badly. Just matters how you set up.
Hawks moving the ball around the perimeter. Chris Bryant back to Dom Flynn, over to Luke Quigley. Quigley roll dodge from him. Gets it out. There's Charlie Cross. It inside. Labor shot off the turf. Hits off of Chris Bryant. And this will stay with St. Joe's Prep. As we keep on
turnover there.
Turnover. The Hawks do turn it over quickly. Upper Dublin will now take over. And there's the goalie, Shervin. Gets it away, but the Hawks are able to take it away once again. Now they're in transition. Quigley takes a shot. Saved by Shervin. It's loose. Recovered by Upper Dublin. There's Reef as he tries to get it away, and he does. As Upper Dublin will now try to get their first offensive possession of the game, and a great job there from Schoen to do so. We'll see the Hawks defense for the first time this season. McNichol swings it around. Christian Whiskey on the defense of Bond. As Brown gets it back up top, he swings it over to Foster, back to Brown again. Try to take it inside, help defense comes in, bad pass, and this one will stay in bounds. A great save by Upper Dublin, but the Hawks recover. Chase Carl, the Manhattan commit specifically, is able to do it. Nick Dobkin in transition. The Hawks clear successfully. Dobkin Tries to find an open man. He's just going to take it himself, and it looks like he got stripped as Warwick is able to recover. The Hawks will stop and wait as Dobkin will go back, and up comes Luke Quigley for the Hawks.
Ryan, I think the temperature dropped another 3 degrees, but aside from that, these guys don't show any signs of slowing down. St. Joe's Prep, stout on defense and looking to penetrate on offense. Again, such with guys like Don Flynn who just had the ball. We'll see, though.
Quigley out to cross it. Back to Dom Flynn again. Thought about the step down, but didn't do it. Tried to get it back to Chris Bryan, but a bad pass, miscommunication, forces the Hawks to turn the ball over.
And there goes that beautiful sun as well. Take it as you will.
Yeah, I think that's something that we need, as it is still a bit chilly out here, as Upper Dublin will try to get something going offensively. The Hawks had a very good defensive possession last go around. We'll see if that can continue here, as the long pole Boyd will swing it over to Schoen. He tries to take it inside, roll dodge on Micah Pruden. Pruden forces him out as he will get it back over to Foster. Brown.
We got snow falling now, Ryan. This is
oh no.
This is the experience now. Welcome to the lacrosse season.
Welcome to WSJP. Here's Schoen. Gets by Micah Pruden. Has to get by Ashton Merck, but he cannot do so as he passes it out over to Foster once again. Foster move on Pruden. Help defense comes in as the Hawks strip him loose. That will go out, and it will go to the Prep. I don't think I've ever seen snow fall in a lacrosse game. Ashton Merck gets it over to Matt Corrado, and he's starting in the goal this year. Keegan Dunn now at Washington College has been replaced by Matt Corrado, who was, getting some good reps last year on varsity in some games. When the Hawks had a considerable lead, and now he takes over as the new starting goalie for St. Joe's Prep, as they have had the ball offensively for most of this one. We'll see if that can turn into a goal. Warwick back behind, then over to Chris Bryan.
Watch inside for Labor. He's guarded right now. Again, the Hawks is bouncing it around, and then they'll try to just poke at it. That's all they'll do, but not like that.
Quigley high pass at Dom Flynn goes out of bounds. Another turnover for St. Joe's Prep, and it's the first game of the season, so some of these problems are to be expected. Dom Flynn trying to make up for that mistake as he will chase down Schoen as well as Chris Bryan. He is able to get it away, but it's to Matt Lamey, one of the long stick midfielders for St. Joe's Prep, as he almost turns it over as Lamey able to recover his own pass as he tries to get it back to Dom Flynn, but that one again off of his stick. The Hawks really having a lot of turnover problems to start, but Lamey swings it over to Warwick as the Hawks will finally settle down.
Yeah, it's sloppy already, but that's fine now. You mentioned about getting back from these mistakes. You don't really have a lot of time. The next game against the Gilman School are very, I wouldn't say prestigious, but well-respected program that's been run for.
I would say prestigious.
Yeah, you're right. Well, prestigious, well-respected, dignified. That's a beast you don't want to mess with. Going down south as well.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Here's Chris Bryan behind the net, swings it over to Dom Flynn again, has crossed it up top, and he gets it to him. Cross it, tries to take it inside, back out to Quigley, over to Dom Flynn again. Flynn, dangerous pass to work, inside, cross it, shot off the turf, but he can't get it to go. As this ball is loose, Bryan has the ability to recover, and he will do so.
He has speed as well, Bryan.
Flynn thought about the step down, takes it inside again, and he scores off the turf! St. Joe's Prep first goal of the season, and they have taken a 1-0 lead.
Bryan, I said it a few minutes ago. Who else but Don Flynn? This is a guy that, he does everything he can, do it perfectly, do it right, and right there, you saw that. You absolutely saw that, and it's a start that you need. It's a bit slow, but it's progress in the right direction for St. Joe's Prep. Getting out early, 5:49 still left, just in the first. It's going well so far for the Crimson and Gray.
Second face-off of his St. Joe's Prep career for Mason Proctor. We'll see if he can go 2 for 2 on the day. Official moving both guys around as the Prep will win the face-off again. Mason Proctor 2 for 2 on the day. As he is, man, Dom, he is quick. I never really realized that.
Oh, you know, we talk about the speed guys at the Prep. He's on that list.
Hawk in their offensive players back in as Warwick tried to immediately score. Shot goes way too high.
Nearly into the road with the tree.
No doubt about
The
it.
defenseman there.
But the Hawks, Chris Bryan specifically, closest to it is the Hawks will recover. Cross it to Dom Flynn. Over to Labor. Hawks have a lot of guys who can rip it from the perimeter, and we'll see that over the course of the season. Looks like Labor has been the guy to really get inside today, but Luke Quigley now is trying to get in the middle as Labor gets it back on the outside. Roll dodge from him, and he will just find Quigley back up top.
So unsteady, Ryan. That's all it's been thus far. It all really needs to be. There's no rush at all. First game, you have to get used to the team. So, yeah, this is like the pre-round to Gilman.
Illegal pick on Luke Quigley. Turnover for St. Joe's Prep once again. As Upper Dublin, who have not controlled the ball for most of the game, will try to do so. They're showing. Actually, I apologize. That's Bond, and he will get it to Showen. Micah Pruden one-on-one with him as Upper Dublin and the Prep will change personnel. And we'll see what the Hawks' defense is finally all about.
Looks like they're playing a bit of man in zone. I think it's right now it's man defense.
Chase Carl comes all the way out to defend Brown, something you don't see every day. Showen goes left on Micah Pruden, gets by him. Health defense comes in from Nick Gopkin. Great stick checks to force him out. There's Foster, he gets it back. He swings it. Oh, gets it over to Brown. Steps down. Shot goes too high. Retrieved, though, by McNichol and the Cardinals. Almost the end of the first quarter, which has been a quick one thus far. Only one goal, and that has belonged to St. Joe's Prep. Showen gets it out. Brown has it over to Foster, swings it back to Showen again. We've seen these three for a considerable amount of time. Micah Pruden, good defense this go-around as he forces Showen back. And he will try to do it again, and this time he gets by Pruden. Help defense again from Dalkin. There's a shot and save by Matt Corrado. His first save as the starting goalie for St. Joe's Prep this season. Micah Pruden, quick down the field. Almost lost the ball. It's still loose, though. Pushed by Upper Dublin, and that will be St. Joe's Prep ball.
Micah Pruden, a lot of speed there. Again, it's a guy you don't really want to tempt with his speed. Again, that's been a thing now, Ryan. I don't know if you really caught on. Just St. Joe's Prep team has just elevated its speed, and it really has improved in that matter.
Hawks once again moving the ball on the perimeter, if you will. Flynn and Warwick behind the net. Warwick, though, takes it out parallel to the net as he gets it over to Labor. Back up top to Quigley. Hawks playing catch between a couple of guys. Labor penetrates, gets it over to Warwick. Quigley cuts inside. Warwick can't find him, though. Back to Labor again. Slow and steady, as he mentioned, Dom. Labor again to Warwick. Pick comes in from Labor. Uses it, gets the switch. We'll see if Warwick will attack. And he will take it left. Roll dodge again. Can't find a shot. Takes it to the left. Gets it to Dom Flynn, who takes a shot. Ooh. And it just goes left. But I think Upper Dublin was closest to it, and they were.
That would have been an unbelievable goal, Ryan, by Dom Flynn. It's a very tough shot. Yeah. I don't even think you'll see professionals take that in the PLL or even in college. It's really unexpected, but it wasn't a bad effort. You got to admit.
No doubt about it. Ball is loose on the ground, and the Prep will recover Actually, never mind. It's going to be a push called on St. Joe's Prep, so it will stay with the Cardinals. Still 1-0, as this has been a quick first quarter here at Upper Dublin.
You know, the Cardinals just seeing how they can get around the St. Joseph's Prep defense. It seems like it's been really unstoppable thus far.
Cut inside by Brown. He drops the ball, but he is able to recover. Just over a minute remaining, and he gets it over to McNichol. Tries to take it inside on Carter Banaz, but great stick checks from him as the defense comes in from Matt Lamy, who is once again ruthless on the ball as he forces it loose for a moment, but Shohin is able to recover. And Matt Lamy is very aggressive to the ball right now. Micah Pruden also forcing it loose as they force Shohin back out. Great start from Matt Lamy as we're getting a good look at him. And he is forcing the ball away from McNichol, and that is going to be a call against Upper Dublin. It will go to the Hawks. Man, Matt Lamy, what a possession for him.
You said it, Lamy. I mean, how can you not thank him enough for the contributions at possession?
Well, here's Merck on the break, and timeout called by Upper Dublin. And the clock has to stop. Yeah, there should be a few seconds added. As of now, it should be, I think it's at 43, but they have it at 40 currently. I'm not necessarily sure, but Dom, I mean, the Hawks currently with the lead, and not a bad start to the season. The defense has been very good so far.
Offensively, it's not, I'm sure it's not what many people expect, but give benefit of the doubt to the St. Joseph's Prep team. Like, senior leadership has changed. It's just like the passing of the arms, as they say in sports. It goes from one person to another, and it depends how you react with it. It's not a one-game thing. It's a whole season, and I'm sure I'll get to hear that from Coach Prince in a bit. I'm sure I'll get to touch base with him on this game, but talk about the life expectancy of teams, and it's a season long, and this is where it starts here. You want to have that start right on the right foot, go from there, progress, and really show your talents. And so far, St. Joseph has not done a bad job of that so far. Again, only 1-0. I'm sure many people will be expecting a larger score, but it's not bad for where they are right now.
No, not at all. Offense, as I mentioned, a lot of guys who just move it around. Like they do a really great job of moving the ball around on the perimeter. And when you saw it lead to a goal, you've seen a couple shots on goal. Chris Bryan, Dom Flynn, who also has a goal, but took that jump shot. But Dom, I don't know if you saw that clip on Instagram. He made that jump shot goal in a scrimmage game.
Yeah.
But unfortunately could not put it in there. We'll see if he can make one of those throughout the course of the season. Would love to see one here today on WSJP, as 40.9 exactly on the clock for the first quarter. This game started at 5:30. This has been a quick first quarter. No breaks, no timeouts. Obviously only one goal, but here we go, back at it. Labor starts off with it. He gets it to Crossed. Back to Labor again up top.
They're going to hold it.
Yeah, they will hold it. Chris Bryan. Back to Warwick behind the net. Labor and Quigley call for it, but Warwick gets it over to Dom Flynn. Over to Labor. As you mentioned, Dom Campanaro, the Hawks will hold. Bryan to Warwick again. See Quigley trying to get inside the middle. He sets a off-ball pick for Dom Flynn, who gets the ball behind the back. That was really interesting. That would have been incredible if it went in. 3 seconds. Dom's got to do something with it. Gets it out to Bryan. He does not have a shot, and he will just take it to end the quarter. St. Joe's Prep not really able to get a shot off to end the quarter, but they do have a 1-0 lead over Upper Dublin. And we will take a quick break here on WSJP. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. Back at it here on WSJP to face off. So Javier Gonzalez Cruz will take the face off. So Coach Princeforn getting both of his varsity face-off guys in there, and we'll see how Javi fares. And he will win his face-off. Javi 1 for 1. You love to see it. Javi and I have been talking about the lacrosse season over ever since the last one ended. I mean, I know he has been so ready for it, and I definitely have been as well. Chris Bryan, though, gets it over to Dom Flynn. The Hawks 3 for 3 today on face-offs. That is something, a department where was not their strong suit last season, but they try to change that this year as Chris Bryan behind the net swings it over to Warwick. Back up top to Luke Quigley. Quigley to Dom Flynn again. Flynn immediately pretty much getting double teamed. Over to Labor, steps down, shot saved.
It's a very good save there as well. You know, it's talking about low shot in tight traffic as well.
Ball recovered by Boyd as whistle blows and a timeout taken quickly by the Cardinals. Dom, I mean, through the cold and all, it seems like the Prep have just been that team where they have just controlled the ball a lot better today. And
it is as what is to be expected, honestly. This St. Joe's Prep team is dominant enough. They are as talented as the record will hopefully show in the next few weeks. It's just only a matter of that ambition to score, and just the desire to want to walk away with a win here and have that energy for the Gilman School. Now, I'm sure either way, you know, you see the guys warming up, Brian. They are pumped up all the time, but that's the usual. It's that energy that's always brought in, and really you have to transition that into the game. Your adrenaline builds up and whatnot. It really shows character, emotion, and just passion all around.
Indeed, is Upper Dublin. They will take over on the Hawks side, or on the Hawks side of the field. So we'll see if they can tie things up possibly. As Foster will start things off with it. As he will actually get it to Ajay Foster, number 12. So 2 Fosters in the game for Upper Dublin. As he gets it over to Brown. Back to Bond. Defense on the outskirts from Christian Witzke of the Hawks.
Talk about Witzke for a second. Great player, especially in club lacrosse. You know, get a lot of recognition from the team as well as from scouts. Again, it's just that attention that these guys want to see, and they're delivering. They're absolutely delivering.
Tough defense from the Prep. Chase Carl could not secure it with his stick. Ashton Merck knocks it up in the air. It's still loose, as Merck will just knock it back into midfield as Reef will hit it back on the Hawks side of the field again, and it is still loose. Nobody can seem to recover it. You see Chase Carl and Ashton Merck in there, but Micah Pruden will come down with it, as that was a long time, and that's going to be a whistle against St. Joe's Prep. Another turnover
for them. Too many people on the field as well. I think Chase Carl and Micah Pruden, you know, within there as well.
Jai Foster has it for Upper Dublin. As we said, down the turnover so far, not been great for St. Joe's Prep, but the defense has definitely played really well. As obviously Upper Dublin, they do not have a score. Here's McNichol, tries to take it inside on Carter Benazzi, gets by and takes a shot, saved by Corrado, who will scoop it, as the Hawks will get another possible offensive possession, saying that they can clear the ball now. Lamy back to Corrado, who has nobody open right now. Corrado has to take it up, and he gets it to Benaz.
Great pass.
Great pass indeed. Benaz has to fight through 3 guys. He just hits it up in the air, tries to get it to Labor, who does come up with it, but now he's got to fight through 3 defenders, and there will be a timeout taken by St. Joe's Prep. Hawks call timeout with 9:21 remaining here in the second quarter. We'll take a very short break here on WSJP. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. back after the St. Joe's Prep timeout, as they will take over with the ball. Good timeout called by Coach Princethorn, as Nick Laber had the ball in his stick. As we're waiting for the official's whistle. All right, there we go. Laber gets it to Crossed, over to Mason Warwick. Behind the net over to Chris Bryan. To Dom Flynn, as the Hawks once again just on the perimeter, kind of at that 30-yard line they've been working at. As Bryan gets it behind the net again, over to Dom Flynn. Outside to Quigley. Laber, Warwick, as the Hawks start moving. Bryan, Warwick again, and gets it over to Quigley. Back to Flynn. Tries to get it inside the Laber. Pass was tipped, as that will go out of bounds, and it will go to Upper Dublin.
Ryan, the time for Upper Dublin to score, I think it's they're due now. I think that they've shown they've been able to get around guys often. Right now, it's just a matter of breaking out of this defensive, all these possessions on defense and taking a long offensive possession to really set something up.
Dobkin and Witzke force the ball loose on the ground, and that will be recovered by Duncan Boyd, as he will swing it over to Joey Burns. He gets it behind the net to McNichol. As Upper Dublin once again with another offensive possession. We'll see if that can turn into a goal for the first time today. There's Shannon. Has Micah Pruden with him. And he gets it over to Foster. Brown to Bond. High pass over to McNichol, as Upper Dublin will give the Hawks a bit of taste of their own medicine. Slow and steady, if you will. They are going pretty far, though, behind the 40-yard line. Shannon gets the switch, has the long stick Ashton Merck on him, as he will have to get it away over to, I believe that's Peligi behind the net. As he tries to take an angle before he has Micah Pruden locked onto him. Many guys for Upper Dublin were cutting to the net, but the Hawks are crowding that, specifically with Chase Carl and Christian Witzke. Ball is now loose, as Witzke is able to come up with it. And he gets it over to Chase Carl. The Hawks now with the ability to clear. Carl actually lost the ball, as he has to get it back to Corrado, so it could have been a pretty successful clear for the Prep. If Carl did not lose it now, Witzke having some possession losses. And a late push called. Late push called on Upper Dublin. The Hawks get a bit lucky there, as they will take over. Pruden immediately gets swarmed as he loses it. The ball is still on the ground. Chase Carl knocks it up, and it goes into the possession of Charlie Carlson. Once again, the Hawks barely coming away with the ball. Bad pass from Corrado.
Again.
Goes into the possession of Joey Burns, and Upper Dublin will be the ones to take over. Shervin gets Bryan to jump in the air, as Bryan was harassing him. But this one over to Itty, down the field to Bond. Offsides called on Upper Dublin now. And the turnover issues for both teams have been something on clear display.
Yeah, a lot going on, Ryan. Again, St. Joe's playing sloppy there for a moment. Both teams actually were for that whole, stint you would call it. But now St. Joe's back in familiar territory, you could say.
Laber and Quigley on for the Hawks again. Kind of seen these same 6 guys for St. Joe's Prep so far. Bryan to Dom Flynn. Maybe thought about a shot, but didn't take it. Gets it to work behind the net. Change of direction back to Dom Flynn. Now to Bryan. Thought about the step down, didn't take it. Gonna take it to the middle of the field as he gets it to Quigley. The Hawks going a bit quicker. Laber.
Warwick. Bryan.
Pass. Tried to get it to Dom Flynn. That one was tipped, and it will go out of bounds and will stay with St. Joe's Prep.
Probably heard me, Ryan, but the setup was going to Bryan there, and couldn't get the find.
Upper Dublin, gotta give him credit. They've been clogging the middle this whole game. Laber back to Quigley. Over to Chris Bryan. Back to Dom Flynn behind the net. The Hawks slow and steady, but they have turned up the pace a couple times here today. Maybe that will continue, as Dom Flynn was alone behind the net for a quick moment. Gets it inside. Shot from Crossan.
Ooh.
That one just goes off the crossbar as Labor recovers on the rebound. Tries to get it to Warwick, who's going to be able to save it. Great job from Warwick and company to keep the possession with St. Joe's Prep. Just about 5 minutes remaining in this first half. Spin from Flynn. Out to Bryan. Thought about a shot again, but he didn't take it. Fakes the pass back to Dom Flynn.
He'll take it once.
Off. Flynn takes it in, and once again it's saved. What a great job from Upper Dublin, but Warwick forces the ball loose as the Hawks will once again take over off the turf pass to Bryan, who moves around. Double team came in as he gets it out. Crossan steps out, shot, and it just goes over the net. And that one will get stuck
perfect.
in the fence. Look at that. What a shot from Charlie Crossan. That one was quick. Timeout taken by Upper Dublin, as they might have needed it. Dom, the Prep, looks like they're starting to get there.
Yeah, it's very gradual, to say the least, but as anticipated, I should say. You know, you start off somewhere at the season, and right now, for St. Joe's, it's a 1-goal lead already. And, you know, Lacrosse is going to have its highs and lows just as the season goes. You're going to play some teams like this that, you know, are going to show you their own talent, their own style of playing, and St. Joe's just has to respond. And thus far, St. Joe's has done a pretty decent job, I would say. You know, there's almost the possibility of some goals against St. Joe's Prep, obviously, with the defense just holding through as expected and really continuing to show the true reality of this team, how dominant they are, how they are a top team, not just in Philadelphia, but in the area as well.
I think you hit all the points there, Dom, but going back to what I was just originally saying, looks like the Prep, they're starting to figure it out. They're starting to get a little quicker. They're moving the ball around more efficiently, and that could lead to a goal here. You never know what's going to happen in the next few minutes. There's 4:35 remaining. The Hawks have held the ball for the majority of this game. Their control time has been insane. They're also 3 for 3 on faceoffs today. Proctor has won both, the ones that he has had, and Javi Gonzalez-Cruz has also won a faceoff as well. As the Hawks, they will take over, or they will keep possession, I guess I should say, with 4:35 remaining in this first half.
Yeah, face-off guys have been great, though. You really hit on the nose there. They've done everything. They've done everything differently from last year, it seems like. It was a struggle, but now it's turned into maybe a facet of that game that has been the biggest improvement overall.
So Dom Flynn, he will start behind the net. And the officials, they start things off as Flynn will get it to Warwick. Behind the net to Flynn. Back to Warwick again. You could just see the crowding of the net from Upper Dublin, not letting the Prep get anything done inside. They're going to force the Prep to shoot from the outside. Warwick gets it out quickly, steps out, shot off the turf, saved.
And that was a look as well. You got legs down low, maybe they'll bounce off one of them, ricochet in. But now, you know, clean shot and very easy save.
Sherman comes deep out of the net as Quigley gets the interception, and now he's on the break. As he will slow things down, he gets it to Dom Flynn.
St. Joe's, I'm not going to say they sold on that one, but there's a chance to send a guy in like Bryan in to cut inside and really deliver a blow there.
We'll see if they do so. Here's Bryan. Gets it to Dom Flynn, puts a shot on cage, and it just goes behind the net.
Again, we talk about the shots from Dom Flynn. That's what he loves doing. He loves having those highlight reel-esque shots.
Warwick to Labor. Thought about the cross-field pass, but didn't do it. Quigley up top. Now they do get it to Chris Bryan. Back to Quigley again. To Labor. Quickly to Warwick. Inside to Charlie Crossan, who rips one, and it's saved. Another great save there from Shervin, as Upper Dublin will take over. But Dom Flynn in pursuit. The ball is loose. Flynn recovers, and now somewhat of an open net for Chris Bryan, who was open, but Flynn didn't get it to him. Crossfield pass to Warwick. Shot. Goal! St. Joe's Prep have now taken a 2-0 lead. They take advantage of the Upper Dublin mistake, and they get a bit of an insurance goal here late in the first half.
Ryan, I was going to say before you did, but it was time. It was time for St. Joe's to score. They've had all these chances and couldn't find a way to just sneak around and find the back of the net, and there you have it. When you need guys the most, they deliver, and 2-0 now.
Javi back out there on the face-off. His second of the day incoming, as some shoe tying was needed from multiple players on the field. Shoes got to be tied. That's essential, Dom.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to have untied shoes. You trip around or something.
Yeah.
You got to play classy, you know what I mean? You don't want to play like a slob, as some people will say.
Yeah, so first face-off won by Upper Dublin, as Javi very aggressive to maybe get the ball loose. As
Look at Mark there with the poking.
Yeah, my goodness. Ashton Merck, beautiful with the long stick. And you'll see him, help the prep in transition this year and playing as a long stick defensive midi. Bond behind the net to McNichol. Chase Carl quickly in pursuit as he forces the ball loose again. The prep, beautiful defense today. Matt Lamy.
Look at that.
Hands it to Matt Corrado as he gets it all the way upfield and over to Carter Banaz. He is quick down the field. Here he comes. He will slow things down. He gets it over to Dom Flynn. Banaz, somebody we're going to see a lot this season, but let's hold it on that one as Warwick fires and delivers.
It's just all about the pass, Ryan. It's all about the pass and the execution. Whoo, chef's kiss.
I couldn't even get a chance to, talk about Carter Banaz and the season I thought he was going to have before Mason Warwick interrupted me. As he gets his second goal of the game. And I talked about how he's going to even contribute a lot more this season. And he proved that he is going to keep doing it there, as Proctor will come in for a face-off.
Without a doubt.
That was just another beautiful shot as the Hawks in transition. I mean, they just caught Upper Dublin lacking, and they get themselves a 3-0 lead here with 2:15 remaining in the first half. Proctor, another face-off win, 3 for 3 today. And he almost lost it. Defended by 3 men. Proctor inside, jumps in, he scores! Oh my goodness, Mason Proctor. What a goal.
Whoa. We are both speechless. We've watched lacrosse for what, a year now? We broadcast lacrosse?
Yeah.
We've not seen a face-off guy do that and then walk back out there like it's nothing. Oh, hello.
Wow. Welcome to St.
Welcome
Joe's
to
Prep.
lacrosse.
Welcome to St. Joe's Prep, Mason Proctor. Wow, that was insane. But
Yeah, there's not much to say. I mean, Mason Proctor right there. He shows you why he's going to be really a highly recruited guy.
and
He won't do it again.
He wins another face-off. He's 4 for 4 today. And a pass over to Chase Carl. The Hawks under 2 minutes remaining now. They have a 4-0 lead as Carl loses it. There's going to be an opportunity for Upper Dublin. Foster has Carl in his face. He gets by him. Shot saved by Corrado off his leg. As Upper Dublin, they try to recover, but too many Hawks defenders were there. As there's a pass outside that is loose again, dropped by Burns. As the ball is close to rolling out of bounds, the Hawks once again, the defense has been electric today. Labor has to help defensively. You don't typically see him on defense, but he was forced to because of the transition, as both teams will get their personnel on defensively, as I assume Upper Dublin will hold this for the last about 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining.
Oh, without a doubt, I think. Or maybe St. Joseph's going to shut him down, but I don't see the need to speed this up. You want to just have some positive work at least going to the half. Maybe, who knows, maybe we just do it now. Just pull the trigger.
Well, there's a Jai Foster, got by Pruden, and now he has to deal with Christian Whiskey as he swings it over to Brown. Brown gets it to the middle of the field. He shoots and it's saved by Corrado. And now a late penalty, as that will be a call against St. Joe's Prep.
I'll tell you, Ryan, Corrado has looked very comfortable in the crease. Just no fear at all for the kid, and You love to see it, coming back from having played maybe 3 games last season. Keegan Dunn now having been graduated and taken over.
Well, let's see. It's against Micah Pruden. So, offsides. I don't
believe
know.
it's offsides.
It's hard to see from here. Nonetheless,
The prep are down.
the prep are down a man here. Actually,
Down 2 guys, if I'm correct now.
yes, it's 6-on-4 currently. So the Hawks are in jeopardy of giving up their first goal, but we'll see if this defensive core can maybe do something. Step down and a score!
And there you go. They've announced the jinx there, but how about the Cardinals? Getting the shot off. It's been great. It's been awesome to see, and
That one's
progress.
That one delivered by Shannon, or Schoen, I apologize. Upper Dublin take advantage of the 6-on-4 as they get their first goal of the game with 25 seconds remaining in this one. Proctor once again to face off.
Who knows? Maybe we'll get to see him do the
Another jump goal.
more magic.
That magic, I don't even know if there's a word for it. Proctor falls down, and he goes down again. He was hitting the turf pretty hard as the Prep are able to win it again. Nick Dobkin specifically won the recover there. Flynn
Great pass there.
off the turf to Warwick, who has to try to take it inside, getting by everybody. There's 4 guys on him currently.
He's got to
Then
put
he
it up
finally
there.
knocks it loose. 3 seconds. Brian can't get a shot off. He
held
loses
back.
it, and he was getting held. There's no call from the officials, and that will do it for the first half. St. Joe's Prep with a 4-1 lead as we take it into halftime. We'll have a halftime break here on WSJP. I'm Ryan Sullivan, joined by Dom Campanaro. Stay tuned for the second half. Back at it here on WSJP for second half action of St. Joe's Prep against Upper Dublin. The Hawks with a 4-1 lead as they go into the second half. Dom, the Hawks, great start to this game. 4 straight goals in Upper Dublin. They responded late in the first half as they had a 6-on-4 advantage.
And aside from that, they've been ice cold. Just as us right now, I'm going to say. But
was there a pun intended there? It's cold
and
out here.
clearly they missed it, but
That's okay.
at the start of that, there you go, Proctor again.
Proctor again, another face-off win. And the Hawks
He's
have been
fast.
He's very fast.
Yeah, it's going to be scary, especially if you're an opponent.
No doubt about it. The
Once
Hawks
again, 4
again.
guys out there.
Get their offensive guys up. In comes Quigley and cross it as well. Dom Flynn behind the net. Swings over to Chris Bryan. Back to Quigley. To Labor. Him, cross it, and Quigley are all up top as they finally get a little bit of spacing for them. Quigley gets inside. Warwick steps down. That one just goes over the net.
Again, you're trying to put guys in uncomfortable places, but again, only 4 goals given up. The St. Joe's Prep offense has been somewhat productive in the first game.
No doubt about it. Warwick to Flynn. He's 1-on-1. Roll dodge. Goes back around again. Thought about the shot. He did not take it. As the crossfield pass to Warwick, who shoots, and it goes over the net again. That was a beautiful pass from Dom Flynn.
It was. I was going to say, not just the pass, the look as well. You know, he sticks it. That would have been just a dagger in the heart of the Cardinals.
Labor, cross it, Warwick to Flynn behind the net. The Hawks have worked well when they've started plays back there. You see a couple guys cutting to the net. Cross it and Labor were the ones that do so, but Flynn had to take it himself. Now he goes to our right, back around again. Beautiful moves from Dom Flynn as Warwick again shoots. And that one goes far behind the net.
You know, mind you, taking the spot of where Luke Bierbach used to play
Yeah,
at, if I'm
fair.
correct. And
Yeah.
it's just filling in those shoes, a guy that's at Hobart right now
Yep.
and trying to make the same impact. Just that rush shot, which was so lethal from Bierbach. Just trying to continue that now.
Warwick behind the net. Has Flynn with him. He just dumps it off.
Fakes it.
Fake the dump off to him, actually. Inside to cross it, who fires and scores!
What was drawn up there was beyond pure, Ryan. The fake, the shot, it all worked. It absolutely worked, and there's no doubt that was just perfect, all around perfect. You really can't say much more positive about that. It's just trying to show how the prep can really become like just complex at points. The offense becomes more complicated to deal with, and it just all works out for St. Joe's Prep, and really just is detrimental to the Cardinals.
Hit it right on the head there, Thomas Proctor. Once again out there to face off. And he wins again as he will try to take it inside. Maybe tries for another goal, and he gets stopped a little bit. And a bad pass too high to Warwick.
He fell on
He
some
might
of it there.
He might have had the sun a little bit in his face. Yeah, I think that's what he's calling. He's trying to indicate the sun was a little in his face. But, I mean, once again, Proctor perfect on face-offs today. As Upper Dublin will try to clear Chris Bryan, not really allowing them to do so. Shervin gets it over to Duncan Boyd. He gets it upfield to Bond, but the ball is loose and once again recovered by the Prep. The Hawks have not allowed Upper Dublin to clear it at all today. Upfield to Chris Bryan, but the pass was a bit too low. And once again, another turnover for St. Joe's Prep. We'll see if they can prevent the clear once again. And they will. Micah Pruden recovers off the bad pass. Pruden
Again, speed here, Ryan.
gets
Speed
it upfield.
kills.
Speed kills indeed. As Pruden will get it to Warwick, and the Prep will reset. They will get their offensive personnel on the field. Labor and Crossid. Warwick over to Labor. Crossid, also Luke Quigley on for the Prep. I mean, it's been the same 6 guys. I don't know why I have to remind. Here's Labor, Brian. But I mean, these 6 guys have really dominated today. They've all gotten good looks. And they've put together a great offensive performance. Here's Dom Flynn.
It's not just the offense, though. I think we have to mention that.
That was a quick shot from Dom Flynn. This Dom right here couldn't even get his point across.
Oh, there you go. Good transition. You know, it's not just these 6 guys. It's this whole team.
Yeah.
The first game, they got to really get to know each other better. And, again, not trying to get an ounce's jinx here. I'm really good at that. But only 1 goal allowed thus far, and that's pretty positive. This defense has been relentless. This offense has been much more the same with which we were hoping for from last year. It's looking great. It's looking great so far.
Here's Warwick to Dom Flynn. He just takes it out. Chris Bryan up top. Back to Flynn. Thought about the step down. He loses it. Good defense there from Boyd.
Wants it badly.
Continues to try and recover as the ball is once again
Hawks
loose.
ball.
Reef loses it. It goes out of bounds. The Hawks will take over. Once again, the Prep just taking advantage of Upper Dublin's mistakes. Bryan up top to Quigley. Over to Crossid. Now to Warwick again. You've seen Warwick take so many shots from the right side there. Bryan had to go up to get it. Back to Labor up top. Crossid. Just keeps swinging it around, and that's what the Hawks have been great at here today. 7.5 minutes now remaining in this third quarter. Crossid cuts to the net. Flynn can't find him. Back out Bryan.
It's been Labor really and Crosser that have been cutting inside, Ryan, and eventually one of them is going to find the net. It just matters with the Cardinals so they can hold together.
And the Hawks, not in a rush to score. They are up by 4. Flynn moves around, takes a quick shot, goes over next to the net, whatever you will there. Just under 7 minutes remaining. The Hawks have controlled the pace and the tempo throughout this contest. Labor up top, over to Crossid.
Hawks are in no rush, Ryan, and this is just a good spot to be in right now. Just enjoying just the pace of the game and taking it slow and steady.
Flynn tried to get it to Labor behind the net, but a low pass. Unfortunate there for St. Joe's Prep. They turned the ball over.
Ryan, I'm going to give you the announcer's guide to success for a cold broadcast. First thing, gloves.
Yeah.
Second thing, hand warmers, scarf, a nice hoodie, a nice warm, fluffy hoodie.
Maybe
nice
just,
coat especially.
Maybe just everything until our arms are forced out to our sides. Offsides called on Upper Dublin. The ball was about to be turned over anyway, but once again, another turnover for the Cardinals. Seems like this half has been the turnover half for Upper Dublin.
Yeah, it's not been looking good for Upper Dublin. It really hasn't been Upper Dublin's half.
Chase Carl gets it up the field to Charlie Crossid. Now over to Mason Warwick. Shout out to the St. Joe's Prep Lacrosse parents, as we just got hand warmers down.
I mean, we're getting spoiled right now, and I don't want to.
You know what?
Again,
It's
I'm
all right.
trying to be a humble guy, but
Yeah, we try to be
love the
humble.
support. But I kind of, let's say we kind of did this ourselves, knowing
We
the
did,
weather
we
and
did, we did do that.
everything. I mean, now I didn't know it was going to snow halfway through, but
That was crazy.
it was
I couldn't believe that.
amazing. It's
Bryan does not step down. Gets to Crossid, who has his own opportunity as he swings it over to Warwick. Labor,
He's gonna
step
pull it.
down, rips on, misses it, and Upper
Nearly the
Dublin will
putback.
recover. Yeah, the putback was almost there. Warwick forces the ball loose. Quigley has it in his stick, and he keeps it with him. Beautiful job from Mason Warwick and Luke Quigley. Just over 5 minutes remaining, and the Hawks have not let Upper Dublin clear this entire quarter down.
It's just been really just not the quarter for a lot of action thus far, but
Bryan fakes the pass. Crossid. Warwick. Back to Crossid again. Labor to Chris Bryan. As the Hawks continue to just keep the game at their own tempo. Crossed not allowing Upper Dublin to deliver any stick checks. Crossed back out top again to Warwick, behind the net now to Dom Flynn. Flynn maybe trying to pick up the pace just a little bit. No, never mind, he's just going to calm it down.
And you saw as well, Labor and Crossed just crashing that. It's a setup there. It's a setup to just dive through.
Warwick made a move, and he took it left. The shot went left.
He's waiting for his chance as well, Ryan. You know, he's been wanting a goal.
Well, he has three already. He's two already.
Two already. He wants a third.
Hat-trick. Wants the hat trick today, but we'll see if he can get it. Bryan behind the net to Flynn. As he gets guarded immediately. Flynn making moves.
Nice
goes
juke move there.
Right and left shot. And it once again goes behind the, I guess you could say in front of the net. Timeout taken by Upper Dublin, something that's probably much needed, Dom, as they can just not clear the ball. They haven't been able to force a turnover here. I mean, the Hawks have just continued to hold the ball throughout the entire quarter, but let's take a short break here on WSJP. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Back at it here on WSJP. Third quarter action. 3:40 now remaining in the third quarter as St. Joe's Prep have a 5-1 lead over Upper Dublin. The Cardinals have just taken a timeout as the Hawks have pretty much just controlled the ball for the entire almost, 8 minutes this quarter's gone by?
It's been, I'd say this whole game now, Ryan. I think it's more than just a quarter. They've done their job just being relentless, honestly. Just being relentless and just really just getting to the head of these teams.
Work again, fires and scores!
Make that a hat trick.
Wow. Make that a hat trick, Mason Warwick. Have yourself a day. St. Joe's Prep 6-1 now.
Man, it feels like St. Joe's Prep has sucked the souls and just the life out of this Upper Dublin team. And again, this is a great spot to be in for St. Joe's Prep when you're going to face a Gilman school again. You're always looking forwards. I feel like I'm turning into Coach Clark, honestly.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm about to say, I'm so influenced, I guess, by Coach Clark. I might be a motivational speaker someday.
Well, you know what? I don't think anybody would stop you, but hopefully, Dom, I guess broadcasting doesn't work out. We'll have
Wow.
We'll have
Got a
Dom's
slash there
motivational
on
speaker.
Proctor.
Well, Proctor, first face-off loss of the day, but in my opinion, I think that's all right as he's won almost every single one. As this one is now high in the air, the ball is still loose to Prep. even if they don't recover, they still have given Upper Dublin so many problems here, even after winning the faceoff.
Proctor's still there.
Still relentless with Dom Flynn and Chris Bryan. The ball is still
there
on the ground. And it's cleared down the field, but Chase Carl recovers. Wow. Carl down the field. Flynn. Bryan. Back to Chase Carl. We almost had a long pole goal there, Dom, but the ball was knocked away and recovered by Shervin. And the Cardinals, as they will try to clear again. And they
Carl
can't do it. Carl recovers. And Alma and Warwick cannot recover the ball. As Reef there
it's a
will
sloppy.
recover. Chase Carl again for the Hawks. The ball is still loose on the ground. Micah Pruden flies in to take it away as he will try to get himself a goal. Pruden inside goal!
Speed never slumps. That's all it was there. Micah Pruden, athletic, fast, all around stud there.
Wow. I mean, the Preps defense has been relentless today. 7-1 now. Javi Gonzalez Cruz back in there to face off.
Seems like St. Joseph's Prep just trying to drive the nail into the coffin.
Yeah.
He does so pretty well.
Still have 14 minutes and 17 seconds in total of lacrosse left here at Upper Dublin. Javi will win the face-off. So Javi gets back in there, wins the face-off, but he throws it away way too high over Mason Warwick's head. It feels like getting it to Warwick on the wing has been a bit of a problem for the Prep today.
It's been that side of the field. I don't know if it's cursed or what, but if Proctor couldn't find him, neither can Gonzalez.
Yeah. Nonetheless, Upper Dublin, they do take over, and they finally get an offensive possession on the Prep's field as the help defense comes in, and a bad pass too low for Foster, and the Prep will once again take over.
Doesn't last for long as well, that possession, and this Cardinals team is just, I don't know, they don't have a lot of signs of life left right now. They're just trying to
still some time
be
left.
here.
Carter Benez got it up to Mason Warwick. Labor, Warwick. He's going to shoot it again, and it goes too high.
Wanted a fourth one there.
I mean, how many does he need? Got to share the love. No, I'm just kidding. Warwick has played incredible today, and we talked about, right as the broadcast started, of his increased role, and you could see how much it's increased here, and he's certainly delivering. There's Jack Roth, and he gets it over to Warwick. Jack Roth in there for the first time today. Flynn, Warwick up top. Inside, Bryan fires, and it
nice time
misses,
from Labor.
but stop from Labor there to keep the play going.
Ooh.
Inside the crossing! Wow! Another goal for Charlie Crossid as St. Joe's Prep have taken a 7-goal lead. It is 8-1.
Seems like it's that kind of day for St. Joseph's Prep.
They're on it today.
They got their first season opener and already 8-1. And while the sport is back for the spring season, and it's certainly not the weather. I can't really repeat that enough.
Yeah, though, it is cold. But it's all right. We got to get used to it. Face off again. Ball is loose as Matt Lamy will be the one to recover. Just under a minute remaining. The Prep, it will certainly hold for the final shot. Maybe Warwick is going to keep, never mind, I'll just hold it, gets it to cross it as he looks back at the clock. Liam Pearson on for the first time today for St. Joe's Prep. Coach Princehorn getting some guys in there as the third quarter winds down. Bryan to Warwick. Outside to Dom Flynn. To cross it. Maybe have a step down opportunity. Doesn't take it though.
You gotta shoot to it for anything maybe, or just drain out. They can't get it.
Warwick tried to get it inside to Roth. And as they said, he stepped in the crease, says the play will be blown dead. So momentum stopped a little bit there, but Upper Dublin will have 7 seconds to get the ball up the field and try to score. So I guess they have to start back there. Is where the crease was from Roth. That's cold out here.
Yeah, wants to pass. Yep.
And they do so, but that will just go right into possession of Matt Corrado, who
The other way.
throw it the other way down the field, and that will do it for the third quarter. St. Joe's Prep have taken a commanding 8-1 lead over the Cardinals of Upper Dublin. I'm Ryan Sullivan, joined here by Dom Campanaro. We'll be back for the final quarter of action on WSJP. Back on WSJP. We are back for the face-off. Javi Gonzalez Cruz again the face-off for St. Joseph's Prep. I apologize for not resetting the timer. That's on me. But Javi, once again, another face-off win. Beautiful. As he shoots it himself, and it's saved by Sheridan. Could have had two face-off goals today. That would have been a sight to see. Don't typically see that, but maybe Javi will get one later today. As Upper Dublin will try to clear, as they have not really been successful in doing so today. Well, they finally are able to do so now. As Bond will swing it back behind the net. That one over to Schoen. Schoen, the only goal scorer today for the Cardinals.
Yeah, there's a lot of work needed to be done for the Cardinals. I mean, if it's not evident enough, 8-1. Fortunately, there's no 2-point goals in high school lacrosse.
I don't think that's a thing in any lacrosse. Showing another shot saved by Corrado. As he will clear it down the field to Ryan Weber, who's on for the first time today. Ryan Weber, shout out. We've been another one I've been talking to a lot about this game, and that's my lab part. I gotta give him a shout out.
Yeah, you give shout out to a lot of guys. My calculus classmate, I guess, Tommy Duffy.
Oh yeah.
Tommy Ely as well.
Yeah.
Talk about the best weatherman on Hawk Talk.
The only weatherman on Hawk Talk.
Speaking of which, Hawk Talk comes out tomorrow, and quite possibly, depending on if Brian McKenna has a clip, the match between Mr. Brian McCluskey and Dr. Hendrzak. There was another match.
Ooh, might have to get another interview.
All I'm going to say is we're going to need another game, but you're going to maybe get to watch it. I won't tell the result, but
all right. Yeah, can't get any spoilers.
Can't reveal spoilers at all.
Here's Charlie Carlson. Gets it to Chris Bryan. Out to Dom Flynn. Bit of a dangerous pass to Warwick. Over to Chris Bryan again. Roll dodge from him as he will just go to the back of the net. Swing around as Bryan gets inside, and he is not able to score. Another save there from Shervin, but Nick Labor able to get the rebound for the Hawks. And, oh no, Bryan is down and currently getting stretched out. It might have just got knocked loose a bit there.
Yeah, just had a bit hard, but
hopefully he's okay.
He's getting up now. Everything looks all right.
Yeah, he gets up. I just got hit a little bit hard. He'll be sent to the sideline. He is walking off on his own power.
And welcome back, snow.
Yep, I
This is
I don't understand. How is it snowing?
Yeah.
It is March 17th.
Man, this is.
It doesn't make much sense.
Oh no, it doesn't. I mean, Ryan, mind you, last week I was down to our 80-degree weather on spring break, and now I'm watching lacrosse in snow.
Yeah.
This is wild.
Here's Jack Roth over to Quigley. Crossed. Labor. Warwick and the Hawks. I assume they can just hold. They will probably not necessarily try to, go for much. Try to be too aggressive.
And it comes to say even harder now. I mean,
Oh,
welcome.
wow.
I don't understand it, Ryan. I mean, I know
This
there's a little cross game going on, but this is what it is.
Warwick gets by 4 men. He shoots and it goes wide right.
Yeah, I just heard it from the sidelines. There's no timeouts. I mean, I can't say I don't disagree right now. This is experience. No 10 today, by the way. We are we're weathering the elements.
Oh, yes, we are. Well, pass behind the net to Dom Flynn.
It's coming down pretty hard too.
Yeah, to Jack
Oh.
Roth now to Labor.
Oh my goodness, this is.
Quigley to Roth again. And the Hawks, I think they might just want to try to get out of here in the snow. As the wind, the snow, and all of it. Here's a shot.
Oh, the
and
crossbar?
Off
No.
when I think it hit the top of the crossbars, it went out of bounds. But still retained by the Hawks. Dom Flynn gets it over to Luke Quigley. Quigley to cross it over to Labor. Now to Warwick. Nice pass across it. Doesn't step down, but he gets to Warwick instead. Cross it. Labor. Shot! And it goes over the net. 7:53. And actually the clock continues to run. And
Lots of snow. Lots of snow. I think I was talking to people like I don't think we've seen as much like this much snow.
so, now it stopped. That was one of the oddest sequences I think we've had.
Yeah, it's slowing down
this year.
now.
All right, back at it now. There's been scoreboard issues. Labor shoots and it is saved. I believe it was tipped up by Shervin.
I was saying that, I don't think we've gotten this much snow, and this is not like measurable, but this is probably the most amount of snow that Philadelphia has gotten, or maybe the area in
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many years. It's probably like 10 or so years.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot of snow this year.
We didn't really miss it. I
Yeah.
mean, we like Sundays off, Mr. McCall delivered.
Yeah, we had a couple days off this year. As
The next thing we need is phones to be back.
Quigley shot off the turf and he hits the deck, but the Hawks once again are in retained possession of the ball. 7 minutes now remaining left in this game. Inside
Ooh.
to Roth, and what a goal from him! Wow. That was a circus shot.
Proctor and Roth, I mean, probably the two best goals of the day. And that one may have been the dagger on this one.
Well, Proctor is now back in to face off. Brody Piffaf also now on for St.
I don't
Joe's Prep.
even know how you get that in the net.
That was crazy.
You know, the traffic, like, you're guarded by multiple people. You're in extreme coverage. It's falling down as well.
Yeah, I don't know. That was that was something. I can't explain it. And early start there from Proctor. As now it will be Upper Dublin's ball. Showing just behind the net.
I'm sure everyone for Upper Dublin, especially when the offense is happy to finally get some action going on. They've been pretty quiet for 6 minutes straight.
Yeah, it's been all St. Joe's Prep so far in this fourth quarter.
I wouldn't even say just that. It's been all St. Joe's Prep this game, Ryan.
Inside those, Foster got by the original two defenders as a bad pass goes into possession of Ryan Weber and St. Joe's Prep as he tries to clear down the field. He gets by 3 men. Great clear from the Hawks. Flynn will get the crossfield pass to Warwick. Inside, Bryant scores!
Oh, look at the finesse. You can't hate on that.
St. Joe's Prep have taken over in this one completely, as they have now scored double digits today, 10-1.
Must have been a good third quarter speech, because right now St. Joe's Prep just doing what they're doing best. And Ryan, the snow did not leave.
Yeah, I don't understand this.
This is, I'm telling you, wildest weather we've had. 3 times of snow, and it just doesn't stop. There you go, Proctor.
Ball is loose. Proctor wins the face-off. Oh, my goodness, the stick movement from him.
He wants to score.
Takes it inside. Oh, my goodness! Mason Proctor, 2 goals today. Wow! Dom, we're just looking at each other in disbelief, but we got to say something, but I don't even know what there is to say.
You know, that's cinema. That's cinema.
Oh, my goodness. That was incredible. Mason Proctor, 2 goals today.
I think we both knew once he crossed, the 30-yard marker, he was going for the goal. He was going for it all day. The juke move and the finish.
Yeah.
It's why the Prep needs him.
The swim move was incredible too. Face off.
Look at Javier
fighting
Gonzalez
for it. Ball is loose. Recovered by Upper Dublin momentarily, and they do get it back. They will reset. Dom Flynn pressuring Itty there, as he will take the ball upfield. And a bad pass too low to the intended man, that being Boyd. Another turnover for the Cardinals. Chase Carl, low pass, but caught by Carter Benaz. And he gets it to Dom Flynn. Just over 5 minutes remaining in this contest. Here's Chris Bryan. Gets it to Micah Pruden, who is now taking a bit of a role offensively, maybe momentarily. Looks like Jack Roth is waiting to come back up onto the offensive side of things for the Prep, and he will get ready to.
St. Joseph's Prep again, just dwindling the clock, Do its thing.
Here's Chris Bryan. To Warwick, back to Bryan again. Liam Pearson also back on for the Hawks. Quickly to Roth. Over to Warwick. The Hawks just playing catch in the final few minutes. Chris Bryan, nice spin move, gets inside, shoots, and he scores!
Just adding them up. I I mean, I don't really know what more there is to say right now. It's just welcome to St. Joseph's Prep Lacrosse. Again, this is just a new team, but that drive for the PCL championship, they want to get it.
That's the end goal. Well,
Always
I
end goal.
talked to Coach Princeford about a few weeks ago, and he talked about the end goal always a state championship, but to get there you gotta win the PCL championship, and that is what the Hawks have failed to do over the past couple of seasons. But now we will see if they can possibly get back there, as they have shown today why they are certainly going to be contenders. Timeout taken on the field with 4:27 left. The Hawks trying to put an end to this one in Fort Washington. We'll take a short break here on WSJP. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. Back out of here on WSJP. Javi Gonzalez Cruz to face off once again after the prep. Just got their 12th goal of the game. Early start for Upper Dublin, and the prep will get the ball back.
It's the same thing. It really is. It's nothing new.
Weber, low pass over to Tommy Ely, who's on. Ely just came off the hockey season, and he gets on St. Joe's Prep Lacrosse, as the Hawks will now dwindle down with now 4 minutes remaining. Roth gets it to Weber. Weber penetrates, nice move, gets to his left. Gets it out to Roth. Roth being pressured as he gets it to Tommy Ely. Behind the net to Liam Pearson, roll dodge from him. As he gets hit in the face there. Ball is now loose, being triple teamed as Upper Dublin will take over. Reith in the specifics. Just over 3 minutes remaining now in this contest. As there is a pass all the way downfield. The ball is currently loose. Still up in the air and out of bounds. Called on the Cardinals. The Hawks will take over. Good defense there from Cameron Gipe. Dylan Osorio on for the Hawks as he finds Micah Pruden. St. Joe's Prep not in a big rush here, as you can see. They have pretty much, got this one in their grasp, as they will swing the rock around, if you will, for the next couple of minutes. Roth behind the net. There's a fake. Thought about the pass to Pearson, and he does get it to him. Good defense now from Upper Dublin. Quickly there, McGonigal. Now 2 minutes remaining. left in this game. Pearson thought about going inside, but he takes it back out as he swings it to Weber up top. Weber will go behind the net now. As he tried to get it to Owen Miners, but he dropped the ball on the turnover there for the Hawks. Just about 90 seconds. Pass upfield as Upper Dublin will clear. And they will try to push the ball up to maybe get a goal in the final couple of moments. Here's Shohan. And he will swing that one over to Foster. Back to Shohan again. Takes it aside on Tommy Ely, but the help defense came in from Micah Pruden. As he will be forced to pass it back out over to Foster. Under a minute now remaining in this game. Brown shot. It goes behind the net. Upper Dublin are closest to it, so they will keep it in their possession. Roll dodge there from Pileggi. Gets it over to Foster. Good defense from Micah Pruden. Dangerous pass to Shohan as he lost it, but he does recover. Behind the net, pass drop. Dylan Osorio. He is quick and aggressive to the ball as he knocks it away as the Hawks recover. Under 30 seconds, Micah Pruden going to try to clear. And as you said, Dom speed kills. There he goes. Then he gets to Brody Piffath. Maybe one more goal opportunity for the Prep. I think they will probably just hold. Yes, they will.
What a game for St. Joseph's Prep,
Yeah,
Ryan.
that was a real great. This has been a great game for St. Joe's Prep. Rothy just interestingly throws it away as now there's still 1 second left, but that will do it. That will do it. St. Joseph's Prep get the win over Upper Dublin, 12-1 in the season opener, and they will now move to one of their toughest tests of the season so early against the Gilman School on Friday. That one at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Dom, you and I will be on the call for that one. But from Fort Washington here today, from myself, Ryan Sullivan, my color analyst, Dom Campanaro, the Hawks get a 12-1 win. We say thank you, have a good night, and go Prep.